If you're in your 20s, the best advice I can give is to make the hardest decisions now. You will never be this young again, and you will never have the opportunities you have right now again. They may come in different forms, but the focus is that you'll never have as limited responsibility as you do now. You may feel like you have a lot on your plate, but it only gets like to be bigger as you get older, as more people start entering the picture and staying in the picture, and as bigger opportunities cause you to make bigger decisions. So make the hardest decision right now so that later in life, it can be a little less daunting when you have other choices to make. And it's not the easiest advice to take. It's not like, oh, I watched this video and now I'm going to do the 5 things that scare me the most. But it is to start thinking about, do you want to make the hard decision now when there's the least amount of impact, or the hard decision later when it's going to be much tougher to think about it?
I went from this to this. In 2024, some changes affected me a lot. I lost my sense of self, I lost my routine, I lost muscle, and sadly, a lot of my hair. I've slowly been picking myself up again, and if you're in the same situation as me, I know you can too. I took some time to reflect on who I want to be. I thought about my relationship with God and how I want that to be my first priority of the day. I thought about how I can take care of my mind, my physique, my health, and my appearance. I made my own plan on this website called Xtiles, and you can use my template too if you'd like. It took me some time to get this down, so if you're not ready, don't worry and go at the pace that you need. Sometimes you need a setback in order to launch forward. Taking the time to reset has given me the energy I need to do that in 2025. Are you ready to achieve your goals with me? Let's do it together.
These are 25 habits that I'm going to be prioritizing and bringing with me into 2025, starting with hyping myself up. I want my self-talk in my head and out loud to be over the top enthusiastic. When I'm alone, obviously I'm not going to be going up to strangers telling everyone how wonderful I think I am, but I think it's so important to be aware of our thoughts, and I know how easy it is to think negative things about yourself. So one of my goals is to make it a habit to just think very highly of myself. Even though that sounds weird to say out loud, if we're not our biggest cheerleader, who else is going to be, you know? Next is meditation. I feel so much better when I do this consistently. Also, 10,000 steps a day. I notice such a difference when I wake up and get a morning walk in and prioritize 10,000 steps a day. I notice a difference in my body, my mental health. No going on my phone in bed in the morning and at night. This will help me get out of bed easier in the morning because I won't be able to just lay on my phone. Nighttime, it'll make it so that I can go to bed earlier because I won't just be up scrolling. Getting ready for my day, even if I'm not doing anything. So just taking a shower, doing my hair, doing my skincare, even if I'm just changing into comfy clothes, not putting any makeup on. So much more put together when I take even just 10 minutes to get ready in the morning. I feel better about myself. I'm more productive. Putting the house to bed at night, just taking 10 minutes to straighten things up, do the dishes, put some dishes away, fluff up the couch, fold up blankets. That way when I wake up in the morning, I feel like I have a fresh start. Half a gallon of water a day. Skin cycling for my skincare routine. If you've not heard of this, you basically do 1 night exfoliation, the next night a retinol, and then 2 nights of recovery. Journaling every single day. Stretching for 10 minutes a day. This is so good for you. I'm really not flexible and I want to work on it because it's pretty embarrassing. So stretching. Cooking for myself instead of ordering out. Castor oil packs have changed my life. Castor oil by itself has changed my life. If you're new to this, make sure you ease into it, but I highly recommend looking into the benefits of castor oil. This next one depends on whether or not you're introverted or extroverted. I am extremely introverted, so I want to prioritize socialization just as much as I prioritize my me time. If you're an extrovert, you can just do that the other way around. I'm very comfortable being alone. I'm very comfortable being at my house, and I'm not as comfortable meeting new people, socializing, being outside of my comfort zone, and I think that's really important for me when it comes to growing next year. So I'm going to try my best to prioritize this. This one might be the hardest one for me. More consistent low intensity workouts. I used to push myself so hard in the gym and I would dread going because my workouts were so intense and so hard, and I've realized that just doing a simple incline walk, some low weight exercises, Pilates, these things make me feel a lot better and also a lot more motivated to work out. Next is oil pulling. This is kind of hard for me to be consistent with just because it is kind of a pain. Along with that, if you don't have a tongue scraper and a water flosser, get those. You don't want stinky breath. Saw this girl on TikTok make her own body oil / lotion. Inspired me to do that as well. I'm really trying to cut out the toxins in my life, and while that can be difficult, I feel like it's easier to start with things like making your own lotion. Dyeing my eyebrows, I feel so much better when I do this. I don't have to fill them in. It's great. Using my gua sha, specifically in the shower. I've noticed since I've kept it in the shower, I use it way more consistently because I see it there and I remember to use it. Living the life that my future self would live. The woman that I want to be, choose to lay on the couch, or would she choose to go to the gym? The woman that I want to be, choose to order out or make food at home, make your bed every morning. Hair oiling. I used to have extensions and I ended up taking them out, and my hair now is just as long, if not longer, than it was when I had my extensions in. Next one is simply saving money. I don't need all the new TikTok trends, bag, new pair of shoes, new sweater that I see on my For You page. As much as I want to buy it, I want to be more intentional about spending money on high quality items and just less often than just randomly spending all of my money. I'm in my mid-20s and I need to prioritize saving. Limit my added sugar intake, maintaining my fingernails and my toes. Even if you don't like to have your nails done, I personally do most of the time, but just keeping them filed, keeping them buffed, just having them look clean. Lastly is planning my days. I notice I'm a lot more productive when I plan my day out and give myself a slot of time for each thing that I want to accomplish. Helps me stay on top of my goals and be more clear about the things that I need to get done in the day. These are the 25 habits that I'm going to be bringing with me into 2025. Some of these I practice pretty consistently already, and some of them are new and might be a little challenging, but that is what the new year is for. I'm really excited for 2025, so please comment any other habits that I may have missed or ones that you're passionate about, and let's become the best versions of ourselves together.
You know when you're looking at a girl and she has the most basic outfit on, but she still looks insane? Like, she looks so put together, her makeup looks flawless, her hair, something about her is so magnetic. I'm gonna tell you how to achieve the effortless hot girl look with actually minimal effort. First, you're gonna need simple things that are gonna elevate a simple outfit. First thing is a cute pair of glasses. So I literally got these, they're blue light glasses. I wear these glasses usually when I'm in the house. I'm not really doing much, but I feel like they just elevate the look. It's a different aesthetic. I feel like I look more chic, more classy. So adding glasses can be a little touch to your look. Second thing is going to be doing a slick back hairstyle. When I see a girl rocking a slick back, automatically I'm like, she's cool. Because achieving a good ponytail or a bun is so hard. So it shows you put effort, and I've never seen it look bad. I've never ever honestly seen someone do a slick back pony or a bun and have it look bad. How it always looks so clean, very put together, especially when you use hairspray or gel. I'm gonna put one that I love up here. There's been times where I'll go to breakfast or a brunch or whatever in full-on sweats and a tank top, but I have a slick ponytail, and everyone's like, oh my god, what did you do? Like, you look so good, you look so effortless. And I'm like, yeah, because all I did is a ponytail, but it still looks super classy and chic. So see what you can control. If you don't have a lot of time and you can do a ponytail, trust me, a ponytail is going to be a lot better than like a super crazy outfit and bad hair. Tip number 3 is going to be arm jewelry. I love hand chains. When I see a girl with like a nice hand chain or a pretty stack of bracelets, some rings, whatever the case may be, it always looks so nice because it shows you pay attention. If it goes well with your skin tone, because when we speak, we use our hands a lot. I use my hands so much when I speak, if you guys can't tell by my videos. So when I'm speaking and people are looking at my hands, they're gonna notice like, oh, her nails are done, her rings look nice, whatever. Also, without doing much, literally while you're out the door, grab a few rings, grab a nice bracelet, an arm chain, that's it. Tip number 4 is lip liner. I will not go anywhere without a bit of lip liner, even if there's nothing on my face. Actually, I think it looks nicer when you have nothing on your face, maybe some mascara and lip liner to make your lips pop when you're speaking. Lip liner and a ponytail, that's it. Guys, it's so easy. Like, there really isn't much. If you have a simple outfit, some lip liner, lip gloss, your confidence will triple. Tip number 5 to elevate your look and aesthetic is going to be having a really good perfume that lasts a long time. It's also an excellent point of conversation. If you're entering somewhere and you're wearing a really good perfume and you know you smell good, if I go somewhere and I know I smell good, that's it. I'm confident. I walk in, when I'm hugging people, they're like, oh my god, you smell so good. I'm like, oh, that's my favorite compliment. And I love when someone else smells good and then I get to write down their perfume. That's the best and most confident feeling. Like when you're sitting next, like literally when you're sitting, I was at a dinner the other day and the girl next to me just kept like sniffing me, and I thought it was the funniest thing, and she was like, oh my god, like I cannot get enough of your perfume. And the whole night just made me feel way more confident. I felt just like way more at ease. It was just nice. And I didn't have a crazy outfit on, barely any makeup, but having a nice perfume just made me feel that much more confident. You're going to get compliments on the way you smell, or even if you don't get any compliments, at least you know that you smell good. And those are my 5 simple tips to elevate your outfit when you don't have a lot of time.
Guys, I feel like people are not talking about this enough. It's the fact that vision boards 110% work. Okay, they work. I literally had a vision board put up last year. I was not actively trying to fulfill any of my goals. I literally was not doing anything, yet so many things on my vision board came to life, and I didn't even try. All I did was print out pictures of things I wanted to have or things I wanted to do, and I put it up in my room, and I didn't even pay any attention to it. I would just see it every morning and I wouldn't think anything of it. But I'm not even joking, you guys. Looking back on it, I've accomplished so many of those things and I didn't even try. I feel like people are not talking about them enough because they really do work. Like, even if you don't put in the work, they somehow manage to come into your life and happen just because you're subconsciously manifesting that. And I don't want to seem like some crazy person that's like, manifest, manifest. I don't really know much about manifesting, but one thing I will say is vision boards work. Because obviously you put those pictures up for a reason. Your brain knows you want those things. Like, subconsciously your brain knows. Like, at the back of your head, your brain knows, oh, Aisha wants this. How could we work to make that happen? And somehow, I don't know how, it's really crazy, but it somehow works out and it happens. So this is just your little reminder to make your vision boards for 2025. Anyways, that's all. I love you guys so much and I hope you guys have an amazing day. Bye.
The reason the world is so strange now is that it's recorded. This tweet made me spiral a little bit today considering everything that's going on, but it also made me think of this Substack. It's from Vibes and Voice Notes titled, "Babe, just delete your Instagram already." And I added this quote from it as a note on Arca. Here's the full thing. By the way, if you want to find this and everything that we talk about in this video, you can find it in our Arca profile through the link in our bio. But anyways, let's ask ourselves, do you think it's normal to know what somebody you went on a holiday with in 2013 had for breakfast? Does it make your day any better knowing the guy who you snogged in year 7, who you haven't seen in 15 years, just got engaged? Or keep up with hundreds of people's daily lives that you do not know and will never meet through tiny squares on your phone screens? No, it is not. Back to this tweet, it is true that we see so much of people's lives that we used to not ever see. And thus it's morphing our perspectives, it's blurring lines. People are a lot more confident recording strangers on the street. We all kind of surveil each other all the time. And as a result, I think a lot of people are feeling bad from it. Now, this is not to say that like social media is horrible, the internet is bad. Perhaps it's just the way that we are using it and utilizing the abundance of information that we do have access to. Personally, on one hand, I'm so happy that I have a phone that has a camera that can record my life, but something that once was just for recording or self-expression has now become a form of performance. With social media, everyone knows that they can go viral, they can become a meme, and thus we start acting in very strange ways. I'd love to hear what you guys think about this tweet, as well as this Substack. Do you think everything being recorded is the reason everything feels so strange? What are ways that you spend time online without kind of feeling like it's surveillance? And what do you think that the future of this is going to look like? Does it get worse before it gets better? Let us know. As always, these reads plus so much more interesting content can be found in our Arca profile. If you like the way that looks, definitely sign up for the waitlist. That can also be done through the link in our bio. But in the meantime, you can also follow us here on TikTok for more content all about the current digital landscape.
Anyone into lifestyle content, if you are not doing unselfish vlogs, please take this as your sign. I'm gonna be honest, getting people to care about you and your content is more than just documenting and putting your life out there. Like, yes, that's step one, but if you can figure out how to frame your life in a way that gets people invested, that's where this can happen. This was a creator that was in my mini mind, okay? 700,000 views, 17K likes, 170 comments, 400 sends, 700 saves, reaching mostly non-followers. Let's just watch it together.
On Tuesday that my Disney crush was going to be working on Thanksgiving, so we moved all of our holiday plans, and now I'm here to see him. I might miss the next set. It's a little bit crowded on Main Street.
This is that FaceTime effect that everybody keeps talking about, but this is a small creator doing it, and she is doing it well. She could have just said, come with me to go to Disneyland, come with me to watch my husband at Disneyland. Those are good, they're decent, but the way that she tells this story gets you invested. Like, you want to watch the whole thing all the way through, and we know that the algorithms are looking at watch time. You want to see where she goes next, you want to see what the next reaction is, you want to see what her reaction is. So after all that, what's the magic formula? There isn't one. And that's a good thing because that means you can do it your way, your lifestyle, your authenticity, your personality. And of course, my light just died. But I do have content to help you get there, and that's all. Break a leg.
Here's 5 frugal things I do to save money as someone who took out $160,000 in student loans and is trying to pay it back. The first one is I don't turn on the heat. I'll really bundle up at home, and I have 2 comforters which I wrap myself around when I sleep at night. Next, I only have coffee at home, and I kind of do like a double espresso, which will cost me about 8 cents a cup, which is a lot more affordable than Starbucks. I also don't really buy any drinks and mostly just drink water from my Brita pitcher. So no canned soda or fizzy drinks at all. Next one's pretty obvious, but I try to cook most of my meals instead of eating out. And I try to make things that are very cost effective, such as chicken or eggs or potatoes. Cheap to buy, but filling and nutritious. And the last thing is I don't pay for gym membership. I sort of have a setup at home already with adjustable weights and a Peloton. There was some upfront costs about 4 years ago, but it was worth the investment.
Looks matter, sit up straight, lose that weight, keep your nails and hair done. Don't treat your 20s like it's gonna last forever. You will be 30 one day. Don't do nothing stupid. Leaving the house looking a mess, put your clothes on, girl. Don't have the baby if he won't marry you. It's no such thing as later. If you can make a baby with me now, then you can actually marry me now. One day when you're older, you're gonna wish that you lived in a moment more. Have fun now, responsible fun. You don't need to do anything that's gonna be permanent in your life. Have innocent fun now. Stop being loud, stop always trying to be seen, be more selective, create a signature routine for yourself. You don't have to eat all the food that's on your plate if you're full. Take it to go. Make a doggy bag. Stop telling all your business. Become your own dream girl. Take that trip. Yeah, go ahead and throw out that Thanksgiving dinner. I'm gonna give you one more day of eating leftovers. We don't want our bag to be big as Texas. Move from your hometown. It really does make a difference. Say it with me. I only get mad about black girl luxury or luxury in general because I actually want it. Let's just go ahead and get that out the way. Go ahead and delete that Uber Eats app. Just delete it out of your phone. It's not doing anything for you. Just let it go. Stop self-sabotaging yourself. Stop talking to that guy who won't propose to you. Leave those old friends alone that's never going to level up, never going to get anywhere.
What I wish I knew at 25 instead of 45. You are really bad at laundry. In fact, you hate it. Tell your husband now that it is his job. There is no amount of self-improvement or discipline that you are going to do that's going to make you good or enjoy laundry. So just tell him to do it now. Use your nice stuff, your makeup, light the candle, that soap, the cute outfit. Use it now. Your life and enjoyment of it is the thing that's precious, not the things. Nothing is too nice to not use every day. Alcohol burns up B vitamins, kills your gut bacteria, and affects your memory. It can be fun, but just know that's what you're doing to your body. It's also addictive and a slippery slope when you're using it to cope. At 25, you haven't started to save money because you're actually living paycheck to paycheck, but even then, you could have put $10 away to saving. So start small, at any amount. Little things build on themselves. You had a baby at 25 and that solidified your dislike of laundry, so this is just a reminder. Tell him now that it is his job. At 25, a lot of your life at that time depended on other people and other people's goals. Start dreaming now about how big you want your life to be and what your personal goals are. Just because something hasn't happened yet doesn't mean you are a failure. It just means it hasn't happened yet. Help is one of the most valuable things you can do, both giving and receiving. So just remember, ask your husband to do the laundry.
Okay, I am finally entering my use what you have era. I love this era. This one might be my favorite one. This video was inspired by a fellow TikToker. Her name is Olivia. I will be linking her down below. Here is my list of the non-negotiables for my use what you have era. Also, please excuse this pimple on my nose. Thank you. Okay, my rule number 1 is don't buy until it's empty. And this goes with skincare, shampoo, dry shampoo, even candles. This was my makeup and my skincare drawer. Like, it's just cluttered, and there was so much more that I couldn't even get to. A lot of this stuff is also either expired or going to expire because I have 2 things of everything for some reason. Like, there's no point in having this much makeup and skincare when I don't even use half of it. The biggest thing that I had trouble with was over consuming too many people's tutorials on skincare or makeup and being heavily influenced and buying these products myself when I have very acne prone skin, and a lot of the products that people were recommending were either not clean or would break me out. So going forward, I'm going to be investing my money and my time in clean skincare and clean makeup so that my skin won't react negatively. Okay, similar to the last one, don't hop on trends that won't last forever. I really want to start investing in quality over quantity pieces in my wardrobe. I want to start purchasing more timeless pieces that are going to mix and match very well together. Not only is investing in quality pieces going to last you forever, but it's going to be better for the environment because fast fashion is just not it. Buying high quality pieces of clothing might be a little spendy at first, but in the long run, it's just going to be more affordable because you're not going to have to replace the same shirt, the same pants, the same jeans over and over again. I would rather spend my money on high quality pieces that I know that's going to last me for a lifetime. Okay, my next rule is going to be grocery shopping with a plan. Okay, so as we all know, going grocery shopping without a plan or spontaneously is just going to get expensive in the long run. I think having a simple grocery list is amazing, but going one step farther and actually writing out the meals that you're going to be eating for breakfast, lunch, and dinner 6-7 days a week is going to save so much more money and time. These are the meals that I've had in the past few weeks that are very, very nutritious and protein packed. It really helps actually writing down the exact meals that I wanted to make with all of the ingredients. Okay, so similar to all the food talk that we've been talking about, having takeout only once a week and coffee twice a week unless traveling with friends or date night. I love the aesthetic of going to a coffee shop, but $8 for a freaking matcha is crazy. I literally have a really cute matcha station and an espresso machine, so there's no reason on why I'm going out and really buying these drinks when I can make it at home. So definitely make it a routine and romanticize yourself making this coffee so that you want to make it at home. Either invest in like a cute little corner, like a little matcha coffee corner, so that you're not constantly being like, oh, I can go get a matcha, an $8 matcha. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't go to a coffee shop. Obviously go, because it's so cute and so aesthetic to be at a coffee shop. But if you already have something at home, use it. My next rule is really investing in my health and my wellness and my home, okay? This is a use what you already have era, right? And because we have one body, we should definitely nurture her and love her as best as we can. So supplements are going to be a huge thing on my list, but also my home. And by that, I mean that we spend so much money on rent. Why not make the space our sanctuary, somewhere that we feel safe and peaceful after a long day? So investing in cute lights, different light bulbs, plants, whatever it is, make your space as cozy and safe as possible. Okay, my last rule is going to be learn how to do my own nails at home. This also can go with your own lashes, waxing, because it all can get really, really expensive. But if you learn how to do it obviously yourself, you're gonna save so much more time and money. I have a gel kit already, but I don't use it as often as I should. So this is my next rule. It's use what you have. I'm actually really excited to be entering this era because I have a lot of stuff for one person and I am over consuming. This is just going to be so much better for my money, the environment, and just my space. So going forward, I'm only going to be investing in high quality pieces, clean skincare, and clean makeup, and also using what I already have. Okay, so that pretty much wraps up my use what you have era. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know if you're going to be doing it also.
Here are all of my sinking funds for 2025 and exactly how much I'm saving for each. Starting off with travel, I have $2,000 planned for the year. Then health, I save $50 every month. I pay out of pocket for all of my health expenses, and I want to be sure I have money set aside ready to go. Pet emergency, I'm planning $1,000. I use this to pay for annual pet insurance for both of my cats if they need dental cleanings and to cover any unexpected health expenses. Next is my car. I will save $1,000. This doubles as a car repair fund and also a new car down payment fund. Then gifts, I will be saving $2,000. This This is my favorite sinking fund. I use it for holidays, birthdays, weddings, but also for donating, paying for a friend's meal, random acts of kindness. When you have a lot of financial goals, it's easy to become more selfish and focus on keeping as much to yourself as possible. I think intentionally setting money aside to be generous is so important and rewarding. Then home maintenance, I save $20 every month. I don't own a home, which is why this is so low. This is just a catch-all category for random things around the house. Car insurance and taxes, I save $85 per month. Vet visits, I save $50 a month, up to a max of $500. This covers annual vet expenses for both of my cats. Lastly, for funsies fund, I save $2,000. I have a monthly fund money category, but I find I spend every last penny of it each month, and I wanted a way to separate out fund money that I want to save up for larger purchases. This is just how my brain works. My travel, pet emergency, car, gift, and fun sinking funds will all be fully funded using my bonus in March. The rest will be funded using my regular monthly salary. And I want to know, what are your favorite sinking funds?
These are 7 habits that are going to make you hotter and richer this year. Number 1, morning sunlight and music for a natural dopamine boost. Don't get on your phone. Sleep with your phone on airplane mode. Do not even touch your phone until you're outside. Move your body and listen to music. Number 2, if you are a woman who is living in fight or flight mode, prioritizing protein and healthy fat in the morning is going to be your best friend ever. Try to get 30 grams within your first meal of the day for that beautiful glowing skin and hormone balance. Okay, next, journaling affirmations. And this is something that I do and habit stack it with like my morning coffee, which I'll try to have after breakfast to minimize cortisol spikes. But you can do this with anything that you do automatically, whether it's like doing your makeup or maybe it's like, I don't know, gua shaing your face or something. Anything that you do automatically, pair that with a journaling exercise. Next one, we're getting into the evening habits, and this is going to be laying out your clothes before bed. Every habit starts with a cue. Whatever it is, the habit that you want, place the cue in a place that's going to make that habit effortless. So one habit that I wrote down, which you can implement into your life, is laying out your workout clothes before you go to bed. So in the morning, you're like, oh, cool, this is the first thing I'm going to do before I touch my phone, which leads into like the whole walking outside music movement thing. The last habit is to drink reverse osmosis water. We are literally all water. So if you don't have a good water system supply, you're not going to function right. Your brain is not going to function right. Your body's not going to function right. Optimize that water. Remineralize it with some trace minerals. Maybe put some lemon in there. Maybe put some mint in there. Something delicious. Okay.
I think it's time that we start to become very honest in this app, because honesty is the best policy. And do not take any offense to this shit. I'm just being honest right now, okay? We all go through shit. We all have things that happen to us, okay? Nobody's life is perfect. No matter how we want to sit there and think, nobody's life is fucking perfect, okay? But there's some of us, like me, who are aiming for the higher value class of life. Like, I want to be on the yacht in a bikini, living my best life, eating fruits, drinking some nice cocktails, laying by, a sunbed on the yacht. Like, I want that type of lifestyle in Monaco by the sea, like, I want to hear people speak French all the fucking time. I want to be so free within my spirit and my soul and not have to worry a single motherfucking day about money. I want to be skinny forever, and you should also think about this when it comes to actually wanting better in your life and wanting an easy life. Do not get fat, bitch. If you get fat, life will be tough for you. I'm sorry for you girlies, but if you guys are overweight, lose weight, girlies. You can be curvy, you can be hot, like, I would never judge someone differently just because of their body weight, but I'm giving you this advice for you to have a better life and for it to become easier for you, because people are madly judgmental, and first impression will always be the last impression of someone. I don't make a judgment based on your weight, but I do make a judgment based on how you approach yourself when it comes to life and everything, and a lot says about how you are with how you choose to show up as, okay? Second of all, don't be a lazy woman. Do not be lazy, okay? Do not be lazy. Being lazy also means that you have low standards. If you have low standards, that means you don't respect yourself. If you don't respect yourself, that means you don't love yourself. And if you don't love yourself, you will never be able to be loved the way you want to be loved, and nobody will be able to love you because you cannot even appreciate what you are within yourself. And that's just sad. And nobody will ever be able to give you what you want in this life. Not even you, bitch, because you feel like you don't love yourself enough to like go after the things you actually want in this life, and that's just sad and boring and upsetting. And I don't care. We shouldn't settle for the middle class life. Now, there's some people here who will be happy with the middle class life, and that's totally fine. If you feel happy within that, good for you, girly. I'm so happy for you. But for my presence, for what I want in this life, for what I'm thriving off in this life, every setback in this life is one step further for you to be successful. I had such like a rough day today, but I just came back home and I'm like, you know what? That is now tomorrow's problem. Today is tomorrow's problem. Like within a couple of hours, I'll go to bed, wake up, it's a new day, and I could just start over and just have new expressions for the day. Like nothing is forever.
Because you know what the real tea is? Are you ready to feel attacked? This is the tea. If you were as healthy and securely attached as you think you are, you wouldn't be asking why they're behaving like that. You wouldn't be scrambling like a detective trying to figure them out. You would just be less interested. When a healthy, securely attached person sees repeated behavior that they don't like, that they've addressed, that hasn't changed, they do not go scrambling trying to figure out why the other person isn't changing, how to make them change. They just kind of get the ick and go, ugh, and become less interested. I'm sorry, don't shoot the messenger.
I want to let you guys in on a little secret. This is the most underrated life skill in the entire world, and this is how you heal any attachment style, any anxiety, literally anything, absolutely anything. When you can learn how to sit with your uncomfortable emotions and self-regulate, you literally can handle anything in this world. And I know that sounds so dramatic, but like, let me explain. This is a really out there concept. The root of every single anxiety and fear in this entire world is based on the fact that you are scared of the emotional experience that comes with the thing. You're not scared of public speaking. You're scared of feeling embarrassed. You're scared of feeling shame. You're scared of feeling judged. You're not scared of breaking up with somebody or somebody breaking up with you. You're scared of feeling the heartbreak and the heartache that comes with it. This is going to sound morbid, but you're not even scared of your loved ones dying. You are scared of the emotional experience that comes with losing somebody that you love. And I'm not saying if you can learn to emotionally regulate and sit in uncomfortable emotions that those things will never affect you ever again. But what I mean is you will build a trust and resilience and confidence within yourself that nobody can ever take from you, because you will have what most people don't have. And that is a full trust and understanding and belief that you can handle anything and you can take care of yourself no matter what shows up. You don't need anybody else to do it for you. And bringing it back to relationships, this is where these attachment issues come from. We don't know how to sit with the discomfort of someone not texting us back. We don't know how to sit with the discomfort of somebody wanting to have an emotional conversation. We don't know how to sit with the discomfort of someone rejecting us or somebody critiquing us or whatever it is. We don't know how to sit with that shit. So we throw it onto the person that we're with to make me feel better. Fix this. I don't want to feel my feelings anymore, so you have to take away my emotional experience right now. And that's just not how it works. That is why you actually end up feeling insecure in your relationships, because it's almost like you have completely taken your power and put it outside of your body. Like, it is impossible to feel safe when you do that. And if you want to become more secure and more confident in your relationships and life in general, you have to cultivate courage. And you don't just find courage on accident, you create it. You do things that are courageous. So you do hard things. And the hardest thing you can do is sit through your uncomfortable feelings. And it doesn't mean drown in them, right? It's accept them, let them in, identify them, and then don't act impulsively. Instead of acting on them, you regulate. and you sit with the discomfort that just comes with life sometimes. And the way to apply this practically in life every single day is to start doing hard things. Like I said before, you need courage. You're missing courage, and courage doesn't just find you. You create courage by doing courageous things. So start doing courageous things. That's not always like these insane things. Like sometimes it is taking yourself on a date by yourself. Sometimes it's waking up really early to go to the gym because that's hard, right? That requires grit, that requires self-discipline. So maybe it's that. Maybe it's going to the gym for the first time by yourself. Maybe it's going to do something, I don't know, going on a trip by yourself. Like you need to put yourself in situations that you don't necessarily want to be in, but on the other side of that is growth. And on the other side of that growth is courage. And with courage comes confidence and security in yourself.
You did the best you could with what you knew at the time. Don't let new wisdom condemn yourself for old struggles.
The law of attraction is so real, and I'm convinced at this point that there is no such thing as a coincidence. I want to share how starting to do 2 simple things has quite literally changed my life in just 4 days. So a few days ago, I was listening to the Mel Robbins podcast, and recently I have been binging that like nothing has been binged before. And in one of her episodes, she mentioned that you should wake up every single morning and write down 5 things that you want. It can be big things that you want, it can be small things that you want, but you need to write down 5 things that you want. Because by stating on paper what you want, that's going to signal to your brain to start finding ways to make those things happen for you. So since Saturday, I have been writing down 5 things that I want every single morning. And yesterday, I listened to another podcast where Steve Harvey was talking to a group of people. I think it was a clip from a speech he gave or something. And in that podcast, he said, write down a list of 300 things that you want. And then he said a quote that quite literally changed the trajectory of my life moving forward. He said, "You have not 'cause you asked not." Basically saying you and God have to work together if you want these things to happen. He said, and I quote, "When you imagine stuff, it's actually God showing you a preview of a coming attraction he has for you." And then, like Mel Robbins, he said, you need to physically write down the things that you want, and you are going to make a list of 300. So over the past day, I have been making my list of 300 things that I want, and I'm currently at like 180, and I'm really struggling. But the point of this video is for me to share how I've already started attracting some of these things into my life. Currently, I work as a teacher, and there's no exaggeration when I say over the past couple of days, I have had students in different class periods ask me, "Miss V, do you see yourself teaching forever?" Or, "Miss V, are you going to graduate with us at the end of the year?" And I'm honest with them. I say, no, I do not see myself teaching for the rest of my life, which then leads them to ask, so what do you want to do instead? And I told several students, I have very big dreams, but I'm not going to share them with anyone until they happen. And after that, these kids literally, without me saying anything, they said what I want to happen. So it's almost as though the things that I want are already being projected onto other people. Like other people can feel that what I want is meant for me, and they're basically confirming it for me. And it's not a coincidence. It is 100% a synchronicity. To me, that is literally God in the universe showing me this thing and these things that you want are meant for you, so much so that other people see this for you too. And you haven't even told them that this is what you want. And so you best believe for the rest of my life, I will continue writing down 5 things that I want every single day. I will finish my list of 300 things that I want. And I cannot wait until the day that I can come on here and say all of the specific things that I have attracted into my life, because I trusted that all of the visualizations that I've had since I was a little girl, all of the things that I have been imagining were there for a reason, and they are going to happen.
You are trying really hard to manifest something right now. I need to remind you something that called me out today too.
And this is a principle from Wayne Dyer. And the concept is that whenever we try to like reach our hands into water to grab it, like, ooh, I need this, what happens? Have you ever successfully been able to grab water? So how this applies to manifestation. Whenever we are trying to force or hold too tightly to anything, it will always elude us. But when we allow ourselves to surrender, to trust, and to be in the flow, something else entirely happens. So your new affirmation should be, I release and I let go to the flow of my life, trusting that the divine is helping me to bring this into being. I don't have to worry about it anymore. I don't have to clamor after it. I can take the necessary action, but I'm not going to try to grasp onto something that's not supposed to be grasped when the universe has a how figured out for me that's so much better than my logical mind could ever come up with. Amen.